Give me 1 second. We all the way live. We all the way live. Is this thing on? No, I'm really trying to check if this thing. I'm really trying to check if this thing is on. Hold up. Is this thing on? Is this thing on? No drunk drivers. Hopefully this thing is on. What y'all thinking? Talk to me now. I told you I'm gonna help you get to that say I do moment. I know that truth hurt. That truth hurt. It hurt. I know it hurt, but I'm doing it out of love. I'm not doing it to bash or anything like that. So for the people who has the discipline to stomach through 2 hours worth of footage, kudos to you. I'm telling you, it's gonna change your life. For those who are not interested in it, then what you watching it for? Huh? What you watching for? People that don't like you, they probably the ones that watch you the most. Yeah, I'm talking to you. That's what this video about. But let me get into it, man. No drunk drivers. Floyd, Money Mayweather. Y'all see the news. Floyd allegedly is going broke, suing one of his co-promoters and all that stuff. Y'all can read up on that. I don't do the gossip stuff. I may use somebody's name in the title, but y'all know I attack from a different perspective. I just want to clear this up though. People like to laugh when somebody's down. But before we get off into that, there's levels of being broke. See, you can only think from your level because that's what you are used to. That's your environment. So when you hear broke, you're thinking your level of broke, meaning you don't have a place to stay, broke. You don't have a vehicle, broke. You walking everywhere you gotta go, broke. Meaning that type of broke. I'm not saying if you're doing that or whatever, you're broke, but meaning that type of broke. Hell, you're not gonna be able to date if you're that type of broke, because the woman gonna want that bread, right? You're unemployed, I guess, because you're allegedly broke. You must not have many loved ones because now you're broke. And the list goes on and on. See, that's your level of broke. When you reach and obtain a certain level, and especially, billionaire status or close to it, your comprehension and what you think about broke does not apply to them. See, when they go broke, all they do is start selling things and make millions. When they go broke, they no longer fly in their private jet anymore. Right? When they go broke, they just kind of like stop paying on certain things. All right, it may have to file bankruptcy or whatever, but they still are laying their head in a multi-million dollar house, still have fancy cars. They're still generating income. They're probably spending more than what they make, and it catches up to them. Right? So that's what probably happened if it is true. But just like how I mentioned, there's different levels. See, when billionaires and millionaires, when they go broke, they more than likely have billionaire and millionaire friends. You don't, right? So all they gotta do is swallow their pride, pause. Hey man, look out for your boy. Because they're around other millionaires and billionaires. One phone call away, and their millionaire, billionaire partners can line them up with one of their companies or whatever revenue stream that they deem to be like, all right, I can pass this along or I can help you out with that one. Ain't no big deal. I got so much bread coming in, it don't even matter. And when you're making X amount of money and you know what to do with it, which most of you do not know what to do with it, I know it because we have not been trained on most people have not been trained on financial literacy. This is stuff that I'm learning more and more about to this day. And I pride myself on being an intelligent man. I may joke around and say the word stupid and throw it around or whatever, but nah, you don't achieve what I have achieved by being stupid. And one of the things of being uh, a certain level of intellect is being brutally honest with yourself. And so, no, we have not been educated on financial literacy. So, when you do have X amount of money, most people don't know what to do with it. But y'all are laughing at this guy. Another reason why I want to touch on that is why are you laughing at this guy? You didn't say nothing about Nicolas Cage when he went broke, huh? Martha Stewart came and went, stealing money, old thieving ass. So when people go ahead and they downfalls, it's you know Carlos Mencia, he was joke stealing. I don't think he's around no more, but I don't know. I'm just saying though, why is it always us? That's what I'm getting at. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm taking it there because it ain't you. It's mighty convenient to go. Oh no, there he go. Oh, he one of them. Yeah, I'm one of them. And what? At least I'm brave enough to stand on it. What about you? You one of them that come around us acting like you my friend and all that other stuff, but want to ha 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 joke 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 when people like myself fall on hard times. Black man, black woman can't even take a shit without somebody over there ha 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 key. Hard times. That's why I rock the way I rock. That's why I vet the way I vet because I can see through most of you fakes copying and mimicking every goddamn thing we do. The way we walk, the way we talk, the way we dress, the music, everything. You be like Champside, what did he say? It's time to start charging for that intellectual property. Shout out to Champside. Yeah. God damn. Black person fall on hard times. It make headline news. Anybody else? Oh, they quiet. Like y'all ain't got no stars or people of notoriety who done fell on hard times. But y'all don't like talking about that shit. I always want to talk about us because we move the needle. So that's why I hear that's one of the reasons why I teach. Because I understand my position. Yeah. You don't like it? Start watching this. But you can't. It's part of your culture. It's part of your DNA to watch us. So someone like Floyd, hey man, he did what he did. He doing what he doing. He getting back in the ring. It's an honest living. It is what it is. At least he's not out here stealing, right? He could be doing worse. At least he's not out there stealing. It was something else I was about to say. I didn't went on a tangent. Yeah, man, got your boy fired up. What was I about to say? Give me a second. So that's the thing when you go live, you kind of, what the hell was I about to say? Okay, Floyd went broke. All right, I did that one. I talked about y'all broke asses on your level of brokenness and his level of brokenness. All right. I talked about why y'all always staring at us, looking at us, mimicking us, and copying us. I did that one. Uh, it was one more thing. One more thing. It'll come to me. I just run my mouth long enough. It'll come to me. But yeah, so he's in there. He's going to fight. I guess he's gonna fight Pacquiao again. Hopefully he wins. Shit. If he's in there for the money grab, might as well fix the fight. Go ahead and make it a draw so you can get a part 3. Yeah, might as well. Hey man, hey, it is what it is. Everybody else being crooked. Might as well go for that part 3, man. Get your bread. Get your bread. Rumble, young man, rumble. Get your bread. Uh, damn. And as soon as I get off this live, I know I'm going to remember what it is I wanted to talk about. That's the stuff that irritates me. You know what? I'm just gonna sit here and think about it. Right. Let me think about it. Let me think about it. I don't mind embarrassing myself. So give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. Oh yeah. Well, while we on that subject matter, well, what else? What else y'all critique on a black man and woman? We always talk about the black woman hair. Talk about the black man hair. That's probably why I'm wearing this cap. So infatuated on the hairlines and shit. God, we can't even have a bad hair day without somebody making jokes. I ain't feel like shaving, so I wear the cap. But now you got me playing this game because normally I really don't care what you think about me. But damn, there was one more thing, man. I'm gonna try to hang on this live before I get off this live. I want to address it. There was one more thing. Do, 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 do. Nah, I ain't gonna figure it out by joking around. I guess that's it, man. I guess that's it. Uh, uh, uh. God dog. I hate when that happens. So, other than that though, what y'all got going on? I do have part 3 cooking on how to get to that say I do moment. And that was going to be geared towards the educated woman, the classy woman, the elegant woman. How come y'all still single out here? I ain't talking about it in particular. I'm just gonna hit on all subject matters because I think I have 3 more total after this. I'm not sure. But like I said, my goal was to help. My goal was to enlighten. I'm not trying to bash anybody. Right. But somebody gotta say it. So hey, why not be me? Why not me? I feel I'm qualified. So that's why I talk about it. You don't want me talking about it? Tough luck. I don't know what to say. You feel you're better, then go ahead and make your own videos. Counteract what I'm talking about. All I'm just looking at is reality. So that's the thing with me. I don't go off of assumptions. I'm just going off of reality. And I see the way when I survey the landscape, things are getting worse and worse. It's getting worse and worse. And I'm like, damn, man, it's really that bad? Yeah, it's really that bad out there. It's really that bad out there. But I don't want to give up too much from what I was going to say on my next video. But yeah, hopefully you all were entertained. Hopefully you all were enlightened. And I still cannot. I'm trying to pick it up, man. I cannot pick it up. Normally I can pick it up, man. I done got pretty good at going live and just spitting whatever I feel I'm gonna say. Damn, it was one more thing. Let me go down the list one more time. If I can't figure it out, then I'm out. All right. So first it was Floyd Mayweather going broke. That's the subject matter. All right. Then I talked about the level of brokenness. Y'all broke asses. Oh, here we go. There we go. This is one more thing. Hopefully you're still there. Okay, I got it now. I got it now. That had me thinking. This is probably one of the most important points. It really had me thinking. So when I read the headlines, of course, Floyd Mayweather broke all that other stuff, and I'm like, man. So think about it like this, and it's really not because he may be having financial issues. I've been thinking about this for some time now. So most of us have been trained and programmed to save money, myself included. So I'm in that bracket as well. We get a good job, support the family, put money away for a rainy day, 401k, all that stuff, and then you prepare for retirement. But as I've lived through certain experiences, and then I monitor other people's experience, some things that did not make sense to me early on, now it makes sense. For instance, you would hear, of course, we hear about the people going broke. They had the money, then they go broke stories, and people like to make fun of those people, all that stuff, right? But the stuff they don't talk about are the people who are wealthy, very rich, and when they pass away, they donate X amount of money to their charity. And I used to think that was selfish. I'm like, man, why would they do that? Don't they have kids? Why don't they give their money to their kids? Why don't they give that money to their family? Somebody who they know, they could use that money, right? That's what I used to think. But as you get older, and I've seen how the game goes, and if some of you all, you won't figure it out until you're actually in that predicament. But in this country, and maybe this happens in other countries too, there's always a pitfall waiting for you at the end of the rainbow, meaning you'll work, 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 or you'll put in so much work to achieve whatever goal that is because you haven't been there. So you're trying to reach that new height. And once you get there, you have this feeling like, man, this is not what I thought it was going to be. And if you're not careful with on how you maneuver, once you reach said goal, you can fall into some type of pitfall. And so the retirement game, playing it safe game, it's no different from any other pitfalls that they have in this environment. You think that you're secured if you're saving your money, you have a good job and all that stuff, and you're putting your money away, that you are secured and you're just gonna ride off into the sunset and enjoy your glory years. I hate to burst your bubble, but I would rather tell you than you experience and then try to make adjustments on the other side. I'm not saying that's not possible, but like I said, I understand now why people who reach a certain level of financial success, they end up donating their mass money to charity and all the other things. See, what people don't look into, and like I said, I'm guilty of this as well, the costs of healthcare, right? So even when you have a great job that comes with great insurance and all of those things, right? The cost of healthcare is so outrageous and so egregious to where a job, a good paying job, even a great paying job just by modern day standards, it's not going to be enough to sustain you depending on how much time you got left. That's one of the pitfalls that I was alluding to that they do to try to drain your nest egg. They know you have a nest egg. They know, just like how they know each year you get a little bump in pay. But guess what? Those same people are going to raise the prices on whatever products that they're selling. The people who you're getting your paycheck from, more than likely, they're tied to these companies, these major corporations, because they all in bed together. They know what they're paying you, so they're just going to up the price. They control the water and all the other stuff. They're just gonna up the price. The stuff that we need to survive, they're just gonna up the price. So are you really getting a bump in pay? That's what I'm saying. The game, that type of game. So we all fall under that. So yeah, you can do things the right way. And if you don't have the proper amount of insurance, because that's not taught to you, how are you gonna know? You don't know what you're gonna fall ill from as you get older. If you don't have the proper insurance, even if you got two, $300,000 saved away, I'm telling you, the prices of the stuff to treat certain illnesses, they're gonna zap that money just like that. And then if you want to get that full health care, some of the times they make it to where you basically have to be broke in order to get it. If you have assets in your name, they're going to want you to sign away those assets so that you can receive that so that they'll give you that treatment. And you have to be taught on how to work around these things, right? And here go stuff that, like I say, I just through my years of living, uh, because this is all tied around going broke. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, it could be your broke ass next, even when you're doing everything right. I'm not saying that's what's Floyd issue, but I'm just saying we just talk about being broke. You could do everything right. Let's say you save your money, you set up the right insurance, you do all of that, and you have your nest egg, and you have your children, family members, friends, whoever, associates, all that stuff, and you're in your golden years. So you have all this money, right? Because you've been saving, you've been disciplined, stuff that you probably wanted to do, but you were looking out for everybody else, and you chose not to do it. And then you pass that money along. But just like with anything else, we're dealing with humans. Take your feelings out of it. And I'm not throwing no shots. I'm not saying, hey, man, this is inside info. I'm just going through scenarios. And once I break it down, you're going to be like, damn, this could very well happen to me. What if your children are pieces of shit? See, people don't want to talk about those things. Uh huh. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. This video will humble you. So you can do everything right. What if your children and you got it to where you're gonna pass it down? What if they pieces of shit? So you did all that sacrificing all throughout your lifetime just to give your money away to your children who ain't shit, and they just spend your and squander your money away. And I'm saying this because you see in the tabloids a lot of the times when people who do m- uh, make it to be super successful and have all of this money, their kids, it's a crapshoot. They don't have that same drive and hunger and determination that which propelled whoever that breadwinner was. So you want to, be in the they're gonna make it to where they don't want their kids to work as hard as they did. They want to try to protect them and shield them from the stuff that they went through. And which I get it. That makes sense. But now your kid is soft. Your kid don't know how to make it. Your kid is used to being taken care of. They don't know how to deal with the real world because mommy, daddy, whoever they were living off of, were doing everything for them because they grew up in an affluent environment. Don't y'all know that happens? Right? And so it's like, I thought about, even if Floyd is broke, which he's not, but let's just say if he is, hey man, you know what they say, you can't take it with you. So what you doing with it? I can't fault a man or woman for splurging on themselves. They earned it. Hell, I ain't finna donate it to no charity. I ain't finna leave it to no kids. I ain't finna do none of that. I'm gonna spend it on myself. You know what? I can't fault them. Somebody gonna spend it because once you got it, everybody's after it. Everybody's after it. You gotta be on point nonstop. So living high off that hog, I'm sure he was. I'm sure he was doing all of that and that type of feeling. The people who live a conservative lifestyle, they will never be able to feel that. Now they can sit there and lie to you and say, "Hey, I don't want to do that. That don't intrigue me." Bullshit. Bullshit. You've been programmed to think that. But you know deep down inside, you kind of want to see how that feel. Like, man, I'm just gonna ball out for a whole month. Most people don't even. I fall guilty of this too. I ain't talking about y'all. I'm talking about myself too. Just ball out for a whole month, right? You know, everybody getting older. What I'm gonna do with it? What you gonna do with it? You just gonna save it? You gonna give it to somebody else? What you think they gonna do with it? What you think they gonna do with it? You just gonna keep it? Well, the hospital people gonna get it. Oh, the insurance people gonna get it. Mortgage company gonna get it. The creditors gonna get it. Family members will get it. Your friends will get it. Somebody else gonna get it if you don't spend it. What's the point of making money if you don't spend it? I'm just saying. And even with finances, what they say, scared money don't make money. A lot of people work with scared money because you don't want to lose it. I wish I would have known more about finances as I was growing up. But a lot, like I say, we're not trained to do that. We've been trained to be workers. We've been trained to work for somebody else. So they did a good job on us. We don't know the first thing about starting a business. We don't know the first thing about stocks and bonds and all the other stuff. You know the basic stuff, probably. But even when I talk to people who quote unquote know about stocks, bonds, they don't know about that shit. I used to think you can live off the interest on stuff. Man, you ain't doing all that. You know how much money you got to make to live off interest? And please don't try to counter. Set your broke ass up trying to counter with what I'm talking about. Don't even know what the hell you talking about. I used to think that too. Until you actually try to apply it. Man, you want to know, you got to have so much money to live off interest. It's crazy. Uh, because that's what broke people say when they say, "Hey, when I get money, this is what I would do." No, you wouldn't do it. Your broke ass you ain't gonna do nothing. You're just gonna put it in savings and just watch it dwindle or get took by some little scheme going on. Because now you just operated with no type of knowledge in that subject matter, trying to figure out how to flip it. Like, man, I'm holding on to this money. You know that you lose money just by holding on to it. Most of y'all don't even realize that you losing money just by holding on to it, putting it in a savings. You're not doing nothing. You're making everybody else rich. You're making the banks rich. What you think the banks do? They flip your money. They put their banks in. They put your money in the stocks and bonds. Then if you get too much money, guess what? They only going to insure X amount. Yeah, man. You start doing that research. You're like, ah, damn, man. It's a cold game. It's a cold game. You start meeting bread, they're gonna try to figure out ways to take. And if you're not on your P's and Q's, they will take it. They will take it. What I also learned is if you don't have something in your physical possession, physical, meaning you can see, touch, hear, smell, taste. Physical. You don't own that mom. You know what they say, nine, what is it? Possession is 9/10 of the law. That's an old phrase, but it's true. If you're not able to physically, put your hands on it. Somebody, there's a play already set in motion to take what's yours once you're no longer here. I don't care if you got kids, family, whatever. It don't matter. We think we got all this stuff, we protect it. Shit. If you can't physically touch it, right here. There's a play in motion for them folks to take it. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what I wanted to talk about. Yeah, I know I'm a rant. I'm on my rant game. But hopefully you were enlightened. Hopefully you were entertained. I went on for 30. I was finna go on. Go I was finna keep going. But yeah, I gave you something to think about though. I'm just say all that. It don't sound so funny being broke, huh? You laughing at the wrong person. You might want to be laughing at yourself. Because the trick's on you. You the one that's working a job. He not. He doing what he been training himself to do since he was a little kid. Win, lose, or draw, he finna make multi-million dollars going up in there doing what he doing, what he love to do. I wish I could be that type of broke. What if I like playing video games? What if I make X amount of money, I go broke, and then I go, oh man, you know what? I gotta go make some more money. Let me go play some more video games. Think about that. That's a hell of a life. That's a life I want. I can just hop out, do something that I like to do. I'm doing it anyway, and get paid millions of dollars for it. But yet, we sitting there laughing at him. He made it out the matrix. You haven't. You know what I'm saying? He made it out the matrix. You haven't. Oh yeah, I know it's respectable to have a 9 to 5, all that good stuff. I'm not saying it ain't, because you got to get it how you get it. But you're only gonna get it with the tools that you know about, the stuff that's been programmed within you. That's why they implement all that stuff through K through 12. They don't teach you about no financial literacy. Nah, you not in that bracket. I bet you all them other schools, them high echelon schools, they probably learning about financial literacy. Mm-hmm. You don't stay in that demographic, so therefore they're not going to teach you about it. You don't know what's going on in other schools. You don't know. You only know what they teach you. You think they're going to teach you how to get off that hamster wheel? Nope. That's why you go broke, because we don't know how to get off the hamster wheel. All we do is know how to work. Get on that hamster wheel, go 9 to 5, pedaling away. Ain't going no damn where. They give you a little raise, and guess what? They just take it away. Give it a little raise, take it away. Give it a raise, take it away. You just pedaling away. We get old, you got pedaling slower, then I gotta retire. Now I'm finna just go, live on with my nest egg. Hopefully they don't come take that. And then come to find out that nest egg ain't even enough. Mm-hmm. It's a cold game. So now I don't laugh at people who be going through that. Cause shit, it can happen to you. Who you gonna call you go broke? Hell, mostly you can't even call somebody to get 15, $20 from. Who can you call to get $100 from right now? Let that part sink in. Who can you call to get $500 from? 500. I'm gonna put the mark at 500. Even though 500 ain't nothing, who can you call to get $500 from? That part. Yeah, it's funny. laugh along. Yeah, you going broke. Ha 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 ha. But look at how broke we are. Can't even can't even count 5 people who you can get $500 from. So if you lose your little hamster wheel, you step off your little hamster wheel, think about it. And think about how much it takes to survive. And think about the amount of people who you can call to get $500 from. Damn. It's a cold game. Cold, cold game. I think that's it, man. I'm out of here. Till next time, check me out on part 3. Like I said, hopefully you all were entertained and enlightened. I'm out of here. Peace.